Yeah, Brook will go tonight. We're looking for around 24 minutes or less. We'll see how he feels early on, but at the max, we'll probably play him 24 minutes.
How does that change starting lineup for this evening?
KG won't go. We'll give him a rest day, and so we'll look at Brook and Blatch starting, and we'll go from there.
Despite the fact he'll be limited with his minutes, how much does it change things getting to have him back in a return to the court?
Well, when he did, when he left the court, in Phoenix, after that game, he was huge, and you could see that, he was getting back to that being a dominant center. Understanding that his talents, are very high and very, in responsive. If we rolled him in Phoenix, but he got hurt. But we're just, again, we got to start over. It's a process, and hopefully we can get, positive minutes out of him tonight.
Jason, if he's okay through tonight's games, the plan to not play him tomorrow, or is he able to just go now?
We're going to take it, day by day. We'll see how he feels and how he responds, and then we'll see how he feels tomorrow.
What was your response to the decision by the league?
That's a league matter, so there is no response. You just pay it.
Is it, in retrospect, was it worth it to try to get the extra few minutes to get a play there?
It's Paul got a great look, but the league fined me for something I probably shouldn't have done, and we move on.
Is that something you've learned from some other coach? Where did that tactic come from?
Just listening to other coaches or other owners talk about coaches and what they've done.
I guess Mike D'Antoni wasn't happy. He said that he didn't think it was a good thing to do. Do you, in hindsight, when you think about it, is it something you regret doing, or just he's the moment?
It's about trying to win, and those guys in that locker room. And I tried to, put those guys in a position to, get a basket, a good look, and we did.
You've shown a willingness recently to change the rotation up, to get guys like Gillette more minutes. Do you think that the other players have received the message that if you're not producing, that other guys are going to come along and take their playing time?
Well, it's not about, producing. I mean, we got, we're shorthanded, but we got guys in this locker room that know how to play, and I think Mirza's response to, getting time has been positive. And but you look at Mason, his growth, he's gotten time. So we're asking guys to step up and play probably a lot more minutes than they normally would if we were whole.
Is there something you learned from the whole spillgate, whatever you want to call it, cupgate situation?
No.
With Andre and Terry, those guys, I guess they're going to be at least another week or so. Anything happens setback-wise, or just more about making sure they're fully healthy before you put them out there again?
Oh, I'm not in charge of the medical report. I just play the guys that I'm told they can play.
Jason, Houston, top of the league in a lot of scoring categories, offensive categories. What are some of the biggest challenges you feel like they pose in the approach you need to take to them defensively?
Well, they're a team that can put up a lot of points. I think they average, over 110 here in this building. Again, there are three things. They look for layups, threes, and free throws. And so they got the big fella in the middle who can cause problems, and they got a bunch of guys around that arc who can knock down threes. So we got our hands full tonight.
Kevin McHale was asked about what happened with you in the final. He had a